So I think one of the frustrations of marketers, especially with those who see the potential of AI, is there's no job description that's equipped to deal with how far they can go. They're not getting clear instruction on what they're allowed and not allowed to do. Governance is an issue sometimes. It's a whole kind of I suppose it's a multi-layered onion that still needs to be peeled.
Yeah. It's interesting, if we take a look at, all the different tactics, thought leadership and executive authority, is
Hmm.
one of those areas where there's so many more thought leaders
Yeah.
and there's so many more executive, authority positions in the market because AI is doing all the work for
Hmm.
someone and creating the insight and the authority and the idea,
Hmm.
because they never did before. So I think there's a risk in the market right now of really separating out those who are using
Hmm.
AI only to create that, and
Yep.
not AI as a strategy, but AI to create their position in the market versus
Yeah.
those who truly do have the IP and the authority position. What are you
Yes.
seeing regarding that friction between the two?
Well, I think ultimately the market will out, right? That you're going to get people who are start to be seen as frauds, or they're going to be able to only go so deep. Somebody who is suddenly a thought leader who's just using the AI to throw stuff out there is not going to be able to get on a stage. Is not going to be able to hold conversations. Not going to be able to be on a podcast to talk about stuff. There's a limit to what they can do. But that's on one side. But the AI systems and the AI, the models out there now are getting so much smarter about, well, they're getting
Mhm.
smart about everything, but they're getting so much, I think, depth in the way that they look at semantic relevance and distance from topics to who's delivering them, that yes, you can start to throw out a lot of content that says you are an expert in ceramics, for example. But what does your profile say about ceramics?
Right.
What does your evidence say about ceramics? What does the media say about your being a ceramics expert? What are your friends saying about it on Reddit? Like, is there a Wikipedia? Like, it goes on and on and on and on. And eventually, what happens is uh, all of it ladders up to, are you authoritative or not? And when that kind of decision point is reached, the AI will decide to recommend you or not,
Yeah.
right? And whether it's somebody searching for you, or whether it's agentically motivated. Think about people looking for jobs. You
Mhm.
know, you say that you're doing this, you've been putting out all kinds of content about it, but that job search agent from the recruiter side is going to find out in literally nanoseconds whether or not you walk the walk as well as talk the talk. So I think you have to have the layers to prove who you are, the evidence behind you, the metrics, the validation, and
Yeah.
that's exactly what we're finding now. Exactly what we're finding now.
And I think that's why the authority intelligence matters so much right now as well.
Thank you for that softball. It sure does. I mean, it definitely it definitely does. I'm branded today with my lily path. That's
Yeah.
what we're doing. That's exactly what we're doing. We saw this gap. Like, there's people struggling to be visible. There's when there are others who are just like putting themselves out there as experts. But really, what it is if you're not telling your story right, then AI is just going to make it up or tell it for you. And it's not going to get it right. It's not going to get it correct. You're going to miss opportunities. You're going to be misclassified. You're going to miss chances, miss the job, miss the client. Who knows what it is? But if you've done the work, don't you deserve to be at least in the running, right?
Right.
Don't you deserve to be seen? So um, gain and gain the intelligence over how your authority is being recognized with metrics, with diagnostics, starting with LinkedIn and moving on to the LLMs. I mean, there's a need and a call for this so that you know what you need to address and you know where your gaps are.